Today's episode of the Fan Feed Network podcast is brought to you by Bonnier Jewelry. Strange things are happening in week 10 of the NFL season. It has been a wild day. A lot of underdogs winning, a lot of teams that didn't have much offense winning. Just a really weird day, and we're going to dive into all the action. It's Kam and Caleb, ready to hang out with you guys this Sunday night. We've got a couple guest speakers coming on later, talk Sunday night football, and then a couple others to talk Monday night football. But we got a jam-packed night tonight, so don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Give us a like, share some comments, come and hang out with us tonight. And also, you can follow us over there on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Keep up with all the things we're doing. And if you don't have time to listen to this when we're live, you can always listen to us on podcast later on your way into work or your way home from work. Make sure to leave us a review. That helps us in the algorithm. But yeah, without much more ado, Caleb, what is going on, my man?
Not a whole lot, man. It's been a busy week, very exciting week. One of our regular viewers, Micah, got engaged yesterday. Shout out B Mike and Melissa. Very happy for you guys.
We love
Good
that
stuff.
We love that.
No, it was great. We hiked up there. Me and my wife took pictures. And look, dude, the day's about them, and they killed it. But
yeah,
I hiked that whole mountain with a baby strapped to my chest.
Big baby too.
Didn't even complain.
That baby's like Kendrick Perkins sitting on your chest.
Yeah, it's a big boy. But those those harnesses, I don't know what you call them, the carry-ons or
baby
whatever.
wraps, baby carriers.
Yeah. I did not realize how they do a great job. I was using both hands to climb, and his head was stationary against me. It was good stuff. Besides that, let's see. As you can see, I am participating in No Shave November this month.
It's that time of year.
It's very frustrating because I'm related to you, and you grow about double this in about 2 days, and this has taken me
long.
3 weeks already. Because actually, I started before November, and it's very scratchy. So if you have any tips, let me know. I'm in pain.
Oh baby,
it burns.
Yeah, we'll talk after this. I got the hookup for you. Awesome shampoo, conditioner, oil. You got to spend money to feel good. But yeah, I'll get you right.
Let's go.
But crazy day in the NFL. We talk about the brothers parlay, but we kind of had a mess up. So today we did the 1 p.m. parlay. Caleb and I. We were on Tez Johnson. He scored 2 touchdowns, which was great. But then all the other 3 legs did not hit. I think it was DeAndre Swift. I can't remember who else it was. But none of the other 3 legs.
Bashal Tootin was in there again.
Bashal. Yeah, we were at Bashal again. That was probably it looked good early on because the Jags got up on the goal line within the first 5 minutes, and it was that was the bet, was that Bashal was going to be their goal line back, and they wouldn't be able to pass much against that good Houston defense. But they just kept forcing it to ETN. So, so then we did the 4 o'clock. I put one in very last minute, 4:04 or something like that, 2 minutes before the game started. I threw an anytime touchdown parlay together and forgot to send it to Caleb. And just minutes before we hit start and go live on the stream, that thing hit. So we're
Thanks.
2 for 2. Sorry.
Thanks.
2 for 2 on the parlays for the show. I'm feeling good. Yeah. So let's get into some of this action. You ready for this?
Let's do it, man.
All right. First, we're going to talk about that god awful Thursday night game.
Oh,
Broncos win 10-7. Yeah. What did you see in this one, Caleb?
It was just a crap show. It was just, I couldn't even make sense of what I was watching. It just didn't make sense. Bo Nix couldn't move the ball. They couldn't run it. The box score, of course, at the end, I think it shows Dobbins with 70-something rushing yards, but I think those rushing yards came late. It's always a weird game with these 2 teams, I will say. It's always kind of odd and doesn't pan out the way you usually think it does, but Brock Bowers getting 1 catch in the first half of the game and then not being seen again just hurt my soul. Gino got hurt. at the end, and we all said, and then he came back in. We're like, oh. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I'm kidding. We don't wish harm on players. That is a joke.
No.
But it's just it was disgusting. It was gross. I had to take a shower afterward. I went to bed after halftime, man. Um,
Oh, oh, did Marv catch that?
oh
Oh,
wow.
no, it was
Oh
down.
no, he didn't.
Marv just made a diving catch in the end zone. It looked like I think he dropped it. Real quick, shout out to Winded Pod. Gosh, Seamus. I don't know why I was blanking on your name. I was going to say Steven, and I was like, that does not sound right. Seamus is the one who came up with the Brothers Parlays, does it over there on the Winded Podcast. So make sure you check it out. They went 3 for 4 today. Only leg that was missing was Justin Jefferson, which, that definitely could have hit. JJ didn't play too bad today. But yeah, what a bummer. What a bummer.
That should have hit.
Should have had Jalen Naylor. Should have known it was going to be Naylor.
Yeah. Should have had Aaron Jones. What were you thinking?
Yeah, what were you thinking, buddy? What were you thinking? This game was just brutal. I'll just comment really quick. My big takeaway from this one is, like, obviously it's a division game. It's a Thursday night game. But all week leading up to this game, Broncos fans on Twitter were chirping, just going back and forth, saying, we're playing the best football we have. They're comparing themselves to the 2015 Super Bowl team. And I think that's pretty accurate because the defense is awesome. The offense is atrocious, just like old man Peyton Manning's offense in 2015. But Bo Nix, man, he was 16 of 28 for 150 yards. He threw 1 touchdown, threw 2 picks. It just really, really poor showing from him against a really porous Raiders defense. I guess I just don't understand what is going on. Because, I joked early on about Bo Nix being in the sophomore slump, just because I like to get Trey heated up, because obviously Trey's a big Broncos fan. And he's played well in spots, but, man, this is just another game, again, where he is like, this game should not have been close at all. Now, I know the team was completely undisciplined. There were a ton of penalties. I don't even remember how many penalties it was, but
it was a lot.
It was a ton of penalties. But yeah, this offense has got to change because there's no way they're getting into December and January and winning games just because they have a good defense. They're just slightly better than the Houston Texans right now, in my mind.
Yeah. And the only other couple notes I had, it's kind of diving into the team. But what I was going to say is it almost looks like Sean Payton is just sending Bo Nix out there like, hey, show us what you got, take control of the game, get us ahead, let's see what you can do. And he just craps the bed, and he comes in second half, it's like, all right, let me start, mentoring and getting a hold of the scheme a little bit. But the only thing I've kind of been noticing is the Denver receiving core is all over the place. And it's very confusing, but I think it's still also very exciting. You got Troy Franklin, who's been out targeting and outplaying Cortland Sutton. I think the past 3 to 5 weeks, I want to say now. Yeah. You got Patton Bryant, late 4th round rookie pick, who's been coming on lately. Only 1 catch for 43 yards. He had actually like 2 or 3 more catches that were taken back because of penalties. But I am very excited about the receiving core. Jake Tungus, how boring.
It's good for my Mac Jones shares.
And again, I think we've both kind of been talking about, like we always say with Genty, please get him involved with the passing game. And we've seen how successful he is in the passing game. Luke Farrell, sorry. And I'm wondering why they won't do it with RJ Harvey. I don't know if you watch some of those plays that RJ makes on the outside when he gets the ball. Mm-hmm. And like his quick juke moves are filthy. Oh, they look so good. And I'm really wish they would get him more targets. It's not like you have to force feed him or anything like that. Like draw up some plays for RJ Harvey, 3 to 5 touches on the outside, like nothing crazy. And let him do what you drafted him to do. So there's a couple things in the scheming on the offensive side of things that just kind of baffles me. And I don't know. Like I said, I like a lot of the playmakers on Denver, but it seems like the schemes and the coaching are not using them to their full potential and having them work together. And they're more working against each other in a way.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. It's and one of the things I think Jose brought this up on the Thursday night show, which if you guys haven't watched the Thursday night show, I highly encourage you to. One, obviously, we just want you watching all the shows, but if you go to the Thursday night game preview where we broke this game down, it was pretty lively. It was a lot of fun. We were all poking fun at each other, so it was a good time. If you really, probably one of the best game previews we've done so far. But one of the things Jose was saying was that there's reports that Sean Payton is kind of holding back, that, he's not unleashing the full playbook right now because he's saving up for the playoffs. And I get that to a degree. But I mean, they're playing with fire right now. And honestly, I don't even think they're doing that. I think that's like a cop-out answer. I think they're struggling. I think they're trying to cover up Bo Nix. You're right. They're not using RJ Harvey the way they should. Dobbins is playing decent, and this is where you use Harvey as like your Kamara back. And, 2 catches for 9 yards is not going to really cut it. You need to set up some screens. You need to set up some plays where he can get the ball in space and make moves, because he's fast and he can make people miss. Just really bad from the Broncos. But I don't really have much else to say other than Ashton Genty's the truth, man. If they get just a couple more offensive linemen on that on the Raiders side, like, gosh, he's going to be so freaking good. But yeah, let's move on. Where's that Thursday?
Please.
Sorry, Sunday morning. So we had the Falcons and Colts over there in Berlin this morning. That was a great game. Colts end up winning in overtime, 31-25. So yeah, Caleb, did you see what did you see here? I mean, I guess you didn't really watch the games today because you had some stuff going on, right?
I did, correct. Yep.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to see a lot of what was going on. I was trying to shout out Sleeper, by the way, but I don't know if you ever gone, like, they have this feature where it's play-by-play for all the games going on and shows you. It's almost like Red Zone, but for like watching plays. It's great.
Right.
So I'm like driving around. Of course, not looking at my phone while driving. I had someone else driving.
Yeah. You would never do that.
That's not me. And I'm watching this and I'm seeing the plays come in, and I'm seeing Jonathan Taylor, and I'm like,
Dude.
God.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is just an absolute shootout. And this is the first time that we saw Sauce Gardner play with Indianapolis. Did he play much today? Was he in for?
Yeah, he was shadowing Drake London for a lot of the game.
Was he?
Yeah, there was a couple times where they mixed up the. I know there's a couple times where they mixed up the coverages to get Drake London free, so he wasn't there. But Sauce, he played. I don't think he made a huge impact.
Gotcha. Yeah, I thought the biggest thing I see, I've been really, really, really coming on as a big fan of Alec Pierce. This guy, I don't know if you've watched some of the plays. He was kind of like a deep ball specialist kind of guy, but he's shorter, he's stockier, he's not the fastest guy in the field. He's pretty quick, but he's not like your typical 4-3 deep ball guy. But he just has this knack and this skill and talent for getting underneath the ball so well. And I've heard a lot of receivers and other guys talking about it, how receivers train in practice, especially for deep balls, is to wait to put their hands up, because the DB has their back to the quarterback and doesn't know the ball's coming. They're waiting to look to you to see when you're putting your hands up, so they know when to deflect the ball. So these guys train and practice at waiting to the last possible second to get their hands up and make the catch. And that's Alec Pierce, man. Dude could just get under the ball no matter where it's thrown. He tracks it beautifully. He pulls his hands up at the last second. Jamar Chase is probably the best in the league at it. But Alec Pierce, man, it's a weird guy, I know, to be, blowing on the trumpet about, but it's just been super impressive watching him. And I think the coach stated after last game they want to get him the ball more. Oh, Devontae's doubled over in pain.
Good thing he already scored.
That hurts.
That would have been way worse if he didn't score that touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the box score for Atlanta, and it looks like the same it does every single week. Drake London, 6 catches, 100 yards. Bijan, 17 attempts, 84 yards. The same thing I say every week. The two playmakers of the team that carry the entire offense.
Yeah.
Michael Penix only 12 completions.
Yes.
You, sir, just earned utilities.
Yeah, Penix
12
really didn't
completions
look.
on 28 attempts.
He's really just struggled so bad this year.
Yeah.
And a lot of it are guys that are like open. He's just missing the throws, especially on those out routes where he throws the ball to the sideline. It doesn't matter if he throws to his left or his right. Both ways, he's like over or under throwing pretty severely.
And I can read that just by looking at the box score. You got Kyle Pitts 2 of 5 attempt or 2 catches on 5 targets. Darnell Mooney 1 catch for 8 targets. Bro, I know it's Darnell Mooney. Good Lord. That's why I'm saying Drake London. You throw up anything in his radius, and he's coming down with it. He is saving Penix right now. If it was anyone else, I'm not going to say anyone else because there's other good receivers in the league. But if it was someone else, not Drake London-esque, I'm telling you, Michael Penix would have been benched a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if they had another option, I think they probably would have. Penix has just struggled a lot, man. Really, to me, the thing that bothers me, and I hope the Falcons got a good look at this today. So you go over and look at the Colts box score. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor, 32 carries for 244 yards and 3 touchdowns. Add on to that 3 receptions for 42 yards. The dude was everything on this offense. And I don't know about you, Caleb, but what's the big difference between Jonathan Taylor and Bijan Robinson?
I think Daniel Jones opens up the offense more with his passing and his
no. That's not what I asked, bro. What's the difference just between the two players as prospects, Jonathan Taylor and Bijan? It's a trick question. There's no difference. They're the same guy. They are both great players. And that's the point I'm trying to bring up is like, you bring in Tyler Algier. Okay, yes, 11 carries, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns in this game. Good for him. But like Bijan could be that Jonathan Taylor type guy easily. I agree. Very, very easily. And they are not using him the way they should. It's been like this the last couple weeks. And I'll be honest, it's really bothering me that they're not using him. And it's one of the things that bothers me most about the Falcons. Because I'm a Steelers fan, obviously. Big Ben, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. When we had those years with those 3 guys, you didn't see the team going, okay, this game, we're going to pick Le'Veon Bell to be our guy. Okay, this game, we're going to pick Antonio Brown to be our guy. They used them both throughout the game as workhorses. They just got the bulk of everything. It seems like the Falcons week to week are like, okay, well, Drake London's going to have a good game today, and we're just not going to really give the ball to Bijan. And it's too singular focused. And I think that's why they're losing games. But great job by the Colts squeaking another one out. I still think they're just an average team, a little bit above average team. And because this game was really close, and obviously overtime, but good game for the Colts. Hope all you Colts fans enjoyed that, but I think the Colts are starting to kind of show some chinks in the armor. But let's move on. This was a hilarious game. Jags, Texans. The point total for this game was over under 37.5 points, I believe. It was the lowest game total on the slate. And you know what we do when there's everybody, everyone is betting the under, we go over, right? Well, 36-29 was the final score. What is that? 65 points. 65 points in this one, almost doubled the total. Wow. And so, Davis Mills obviously had a great game, 27-45 for almost 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. He also ran in the game-winning score, which was sick.
Did he really?
Nice. Yeah, he ran in the game-winning score.
Nice.
It was awesome. Nico Collins got unlocked, like 7 catches, 136 yards. Nice. He played great on the Jags side. Trev he really struggled against this defense, and I don't blame him. He was 13 of 23, 158 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. They couldn't get anything going. They didn't have Brian Thomas in this one. no Travis Hunter. So Jacoby Myers got
Who
quite a
is
lot of
Austin
play.
Trammell?
Exactly. Austin Trammell had 2 catches for 33 yards.
Who is Austin
Yeah,
Treadmill?
it's just shocking that they even were this close in this game to me.
Yeah.
They had 4 fumbles. It just bad game. So Caleb, what do you take away from this game from the Texans and Jags?
I mean, just looking at it, I understand, like you said, for Jacksonville, you're playing a top 3 defense in the league. It's difficult. I get it. But what bothers me is that, like, I'm looking at it and it's like, we don't have our usual playmakers in the receiving core. We can't usually do what we usually do, so we're toast. We're screwed. We're done.
Yeah.
It's like, why were we not thinking of different schemes and different, like, that's what's so respected about Kevin O'Connell and Kyle Shanahan, is that when
Right.
they don't have their guys they usually go to, whether it's Christian McCaffrey, your main quarterback,
Justin
JJ
Jefferson.
McCarthy, whatever, Jason Jefferson, exactly. They still figure out a way to scheme their other guys to use them to their strengths and figure it out. We have been watching Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne ball out and put up crazy numbers for weeks now. Jake Tungus was very serviceable as a tight end with George Kittle out.
Yep.
So obviously these guys are geniuses. I know it's tough to make that happen, but I mean, you still went out and got Jacoby Myers, paid your 4th round pick for him. You've got your trusty handy dandy Parker Washington, who you love so much. And then you've got 2 running backs that have been playing well.
I will say,
so
Parker. You won't see this in the box score, but Parker Washington returned a. I can't remember if it was a kick or a punt. I think it was a punt.
He did return a punt.
It was sick. Go Parker.
Jameer just scored his 3rd touchdown. Woo-wee!
A little hat trick.
Very nice.
I felt like that was going to happen.
I see that Trevor Lawrence had 2 fumbles. That's beautiful. I think the Jaguars just were on a weird hot streak to start the season. Their defense was just making really crazy turnover plays that we did not expect. And I think they're starting to kind of come back to earth now with everything going on. I get it. Your top 2 receivers are out. It's tough to keep, making things happen without them. But this team is still rebuilding. They're still figuring out their identity. We knew this wasn't the year, no matter who they beat or how they played. So, I mean, this is kind of what I expected. And good stuff from the Texans, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah. The big thing that I take away from this game, and I'm left questioning, is C.J. Stroud, because obviously Stroud has been struggling. He's been out the last 2 games now with a concussion. Davis Mills, this dude's been around forever. He was backing up Deshaun Watson, and so he played a lot back in the day. Him and Tom Savage. But he just knew what to do. He threw it to the guys that were going to get his bread buttered. He went to Nico Collins. 15 targets for Nico today, and it is.
That's what we've been. It's what you do. It's what you're supposed to be doing.
This is it's just mind blowing. Why is Stroud not just throwing Nico the ball? Obviously, Nico only caught half of those targets, but still, with half of those targets, he gets 136 yards. It helps the offense move. I don't understand why Stroud hasn't been ultra targeting Nico. And I think he's playing scared a little bit right now. So Mac Jones
just threw a pick.
Yeah.
I think you're right. And I was really blaming the offensive coordinator for not getting the rookie receivers involved. But I'm looking at it now. Jaden Higgins had 7 targets today, and Jalen Noel had 4 targets today. I'm like, dag on it. Was it CJ the whole time?
I think it's a Stroud issue, man. And it just sucks to say because he was so good his rookie year. But between last year and this year, I know the offensive line is really bad. But if Davis freaking Mills can come in and have this kind of a game, what about Stroud? But yeah, that's all I've got on that one. Like we said on the Jags, I totally agree with you. They're still rebuilding, and they have their top 2 playmakers off the field. This was kind of to be expected, but good for them to even hang in that game, to even have a chance. So let's move on. This is a good one. I don't see Kendrick in here yet, but I wonder if he'll log on today. He might not be after his Carolina Panthers lose at home to the New Orleans Saints. Wow.
Hey,
and
I'll be right back. You keep going. I'll give you like 20
I'll take
seconds.
this. You're good. So Tyler Shuck, to those of you who don't know who this is, this guy played for Louisville, played through some injuries. So he didn't really have a whole lot to his prospect profile coming in. A lot of people were talking about his rocket arm and that he's got the stature of an NFL quarterback. Then famously, there's some clips of him at the the combine making a throw where he's trying to throw on the run, and it's just abysmal. And Shug just, his draft stock dropped. He ends up getting drafted in the second round. Everybody's been making fun of him. Last week, he makes his first start. Pretty rough showing. But then today against the Panthers, which the Panthers have been really good against opposing quarterbacks. He throws for almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 128 quarterback rating for the day. Just incredible stuff. Chris Olave had a great touchdown where Shug threw it right where he needed to. Olave was being just blanketed by J.C. Horn, and a little bit of hand fighting going on, and J.C. Horn fell to the ground. Chris Olave walked it into the end zone. Good for the Saints. He
also had a one-handed catch today. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was sick.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Such a good catch. People have been sleeping on Chris Olave.
His whole wrist down. I know they do. Oh, they do. Yeah. Like I'm talking to people. They're like, "Yeah, hopefully Olave gets traded at the deadline." I'm like, "What do you think he goes for?" I'm like, "They're like third, a second." I'm like, "What? Oh my gosh! Wow." That catch just mossed a DB.
Yeah, that was great. But this, I'll just to stick on this quarterback thing with the Saints. This is kind of something I said early on about the difference between Shuck and Rattler. Is that Rattler is going to play smart, and play conservative. He's extremely conservative. So I think if he had started this game, you're looking at like probably under 200 yards passing. Just because he's not willing to throw the ball down the field and push it down the field. Shuck, on the other hand, he's got that like gunslinger mentality, so he's gonna chuck it and he's gonna throw some picks. He's gonna make turnovers. Obviously today he didn't, but this is the difference. Like that offense looked like actually decently good today, and Alvin Kamara had his best game of the season today.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
an improved Panthers rush defense. The offense is just clicking. I think Kellen Moore is just licking his chops right now. Not to say that Tyler Shuck is like the long-term answer, but this is a great showing from a young quarterback who was drafted in the second round. Gabes, what do you take away from this one?
That's what I'm seeing in the box score. Like you said, Spencer Rattler just had that mentality of wow, I can't believe Jacoby's playing so well. But yeah, Spencer Rattler, it's these dinks and dunks down the field, and he kept the ball moving. And not all the time. They get stopped a lot, but I'm looking at Chris Olave averaged 20 yards per catch. I know that deep ball threw that off, but then next guy, Juwan Johnson, average catch, 23 yards. Next guy, Alvin Kamara, 10 yards. And then like you said, I have not seen the Saints have a run game at all this year. I think what's the guy's name? Their other running back who tore their ACL. He had one game where he was running it pretty well, but they haven't had a run game this year. And I think, like you said, this just opened it wide open, and I don't think Carolina was ready for it. Wow, look at Marv.
Oh, Marvin, great catch. That's a great catch by Marvin Harrison.
It was. Jacoby put it right in the money, too.
Golly,
Jacoby.
It's so funny because he either delivers a dot because he's got like just a little bit of time, or he's like falling backwards and like getting slammed by like 3 different people. It's so funny.
Marvin's also great at positioning, man. Wow.
Yeah, he's so good.
But yeah, that's super cool to see. Sorry, yeah.
So you look at the Bryce Young stat line, 17 of 25 for 124 yards and a pick. And that pick was really bad. Tet ran like a 10-yard out route, and the defense was in zone. They had a corner who was playing the under on the route. And Bryce Young underthrew it, underthrew the route, and threw it late. Like that had already broken out of the out route. It just went right to the defender. So how much longer do you think the Panthers should let Bryce Young be playing? Because I don't think he should be starting personally.
This one's tough because I am a very big believer that QBs take years to develop. Sometimes. Obviously, we have other QBs that come out and just, wow, the Rams are just going off right now. Other times we have QBs just come out and start tearing it up year 1, year 2, year 3, whatever it may be. But you have a lot of QBs that don't come on till later. Sam Darnold is playing his buns off. Baker Mayfield playing his buns off. So we look at guys like Bryce Young, like Trevor Lawrence, and it's very hard just to write them off because it is tough to get a decent QB in this league to hit on your guy per se. So I don't think it's time just to give up on Bryce Young and move on. I think Bryce is good. I think he makes really good plays. I think you'll really know if it's time to completely write someone off and ship them off, like Geno Smith. But I don't know.
I mean, he's not
If
playing
they're
much better than Geno
Carolina,
right now
no, he's not. He's not.
at all.
It depends.
And he's way younger and way higher draft pedigree.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's just tough, man. Sometimes it takes a different team to unlock these guys in a different way that we haven't seen, like we have seen with Baker and Sam Darnold. So it maybe does need to be a switch up. Maybe they need to get rid of Bryce, start over with a guy who's currently in the league, draft another guy that fits the scheme and the style more. I wouldn't hate whatever they decided to do. I'd understand.
Yeah. I definitely, I just don't think that Bryce is helping this team right now.
No, he's
it's
holding them back for
routinely,
sure.
if your quarterback is averaging 100 to 150 yards a game, that is not going to cut it in today's NFL, like at all.
Yeah.
And Bryce is like throwing a ton of turnovers, fumbling the ball. And I know the offensive line's got issues, but it can't be that bad if Rico Dowdle is balling on everybody.
Right.
I just think Bryce needs to sit on the bench for a little longer. I think he needs some time to cook, he needs to learn the game. I think the game is just too fast for him. He's a shorter guy. And so I just don't think he's reading the defense very well at all. And I think he's scared. I think you look at that, his average depth of pass, it's 5 yards. That shows me right there that he's scared. He's playing scared, playing like he doesn't want to lose his job. And that is not the mentality you want your quarterback to have. So I'm in favor of benching him for Andy Dalton to the rest of the season. Obviously they're 5-5. So they're winning, but I wouldn't say that those wins are coming because Bryce Young is making plays.
I agree. And look at what happened last year when he got benched. He was benched for multiple games. And he came in and he started playing like a dog. Got everyone excited for this year for him.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think the game is moving too fast for him and he needs to sit and watch and learn and come back to it at a different time. Just watching other QBs, when they're not the guy. We saw Kenny Pickett for 2 years play for Pittsburgh, and it was the most horrible, disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. And you just know this is not the guy. He's a backup at best.
That's how I feel about Bryce Young.
Yeah.
So, it also doesn't help that it also doesn't help. Well, I know you love Bryce. You loved Bryce coming out.
I got a soft spot.
I loved Kyler coming out, and I think Kyler's buns too. But the only last takeaway from this game, Teteroa McMillan is just stuck in fantasy football purgatory. This man is a dog. He's so good. The breakout is so clearly available, but every week 5 for 60, 5 for 50, 5 for 70, whatever his yardage total is on betting sites, just hit the under because he always is barely under. So just it sucks. Panthers Just a confusing team to me. All right, let's move to this one. This was an exciting game. Patriots take on the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Patriots come in and win. Very impressive win for them, who have been accused of having the easiest schedule of all NFL teams, which is true. But they do take down a pretty good team in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers behind the arm of Drake May. Drake May. And then one other guy, Cabes. Who's our boy? Today's the day.
Travion,
yes, sir.
Travion.
How mad?
Yeah,
how mad do you think Mike Grable was?
He actually ran the 50-yarder. He came back, grabbed him by the helmet. Said, "You do that again, you're through here." And then he goes out and does it again.
What's the Arthur meme with the little fist?
Yeah. The curling fist just.
Oh, he was just fuming.
They did not
tried
want
to
that.
limit him. Limited him to 14 carries and still 147 yards rushing. Yeah. What else do you take away from this game, Caleb?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. All I can see is Travion. Oh, averaged 10.5 yards per carry today. Man, I really wish that New England had gone and gotten a receiver before the deadline. I think that might be my biggest thing. I mean, you got Diggs, who's 5 catches on 8 targets, 46 yards. Matt Collins, 6 catches on 10 targets. Wow. I can't believe Matt Collins is the most targeted receiver on this team.
Well, it makes sense because Booty was out. This probably was a Booty game. Matt Collins comp's probably closest to Kayshon Booty.
Okay. This is a weird one, but Rachaad White is such a bad runner. He is not a good runner at all. He's so bad. Sean Tucker is so much better.
They started playing Tucker way more closer to the end of the game, and Tucker was playing really well. But yeah, you know me. You know my stance on that. I've always said Sean Tucker was better than Rachaad White. But nobody will listen.
Nobody listens.
I'll say this. I think I'm finally ready to say I think Emeka Egbuka is like securely like a top like 6 to 8 receiver in the league right now.
Really?
This is I was very excited about Egbuka coming out of the draft. Thought he was good, but I thought, he'd be more like an Olave or Waddle type. But man, like he's the only guy there. And he was left on an island with Christian Gonzalez today, who's a very good corner. And man, he played a very, very good game. So hats off to Emeka. I think he's here to stay.
Yeah. And I still think Baker really elevates his receivers as well. I'm not trying to take from Emeka, but I'm a big Baker guy, and he elevates his receivers. We see Tess Johnson stepping up and doing things today. Kate Otten, who is like a subpar tight end, 9 catches, 82 yards. So I do think he's in the perfect position to be playing with Baker Mayfield. Yeah. But yeah, he's looking good.
Another good thing I'll talk about is Kyle Williams. There's reports that Kyle Williams was going to get more played today. He really didn't. They just gave him 1 catch, which is the just classic freaking Patriots. I hate them so much. We're gonna give Kyle Williams more. I heard this like early on in the year with Travion. We're gonna let Travion get some more opportunities. They threw the ball to Kyle Williams 1 time, and this man looks like Usain Bolt. I don't know if you saw the touchdown, but it was just a crosser route. He beat his man, and he turned it upfield. I swear he looked like he was running like 30 miles per hour. He was going so fast. There was a safety that had the angle on him, and he just outrun him to the spot. So Kyle Williams has got to keep your eye on. I think he's going to be really good. Great game for Travion. What a dog. Like 147 yards. The funniest part too is the Bucs defense is way worse against pass catching running backs. They're not really good against running backs either. But pass catching running backs are really their like Achilles heel, if
Kryptonite.
you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kryptonite. Travion, one reception. That was Mike Vrabel, bro.
Oh,
He
I know it
hates him, dude.
was.
It's
He
so
does.
unbelievable.
Mike McDaniels hates him.
Yeah, it's so bad.
They
Oh,
all
you mean
hate
Josh
him.
McDaniels? Josh
Josh McDaniels.
McDaniels.
Sorry.
Mike
I
McDaniels
apologize.
would love him.
Oh my
Josh
gosh.
McDaniels
Mike
would
McDaniels would
absolutely
have
love
a
him.
field day with him. Yeah,
Yeah,
Josh
so
McDaniels just, oh, it's so weird to me. I'll never understand, but at least I can sleep at night knowing that Travion Henderson is good at football.
dog.
That's
Yeah.
the key takeaway.
I almost traded him in our dynasty league, by the way, this morning.
Oh Lord, what was it?
It was bad. It was just one of those, like, I'm sick of this trades. Because Rico Dowdle's been playing so well. So I was gonna trade Travion in a second for Rico Dowdle and a 27 first. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't pull the trigger. I was like, it's still early. Like, we just hit midseason. Just give him a little more time. And thank God I didn't, because man, what a crazy play that would have been.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
All right, so let's move on, because we got about 20 minutes before we get some guests on. So we'll go through these next ones a little quicker. Browns take on the Jets. The Jets trade everybody away and end up winning this one, 27-20. They had 2 special teams touchdowns, I believe. Yeah, dude, this box score is one of the grossest things I've ever seen. Justin Fields, 6 of 11 for 54 yards, 1 touchdown. That 1 touchdown was to Breece Hall, who ran it 42 yards and scored. So a 42-yard touchdown from Breece. That was like 4/5 of the yardage total that Justin Fields had today. Looks like Caleb dropped out for a second. We'll give him a second. You guys got to be forgiven, man. He's got a new baby, and he's helping his wife like he should. But yeah, you go to this box score for the Jets. You got Isaiah Williams, 1 catch for 4 yards. Mason Taylor, 1 catch for 4 yards. John Mechie, 1 catch for 3 yards. Isaiah Davis, 1 catch for 1 yard. Jeremy Ruckert, 1 catch for 0 yards. Garrett Wilson played in this game and had 0 catches for 0 yards on 3 targets. What a disgusting, this is why the whole YouTube thumbnail is like, are we in the upside down? Like, this is wild. How did the Jets win this game with this poor of an offensive showing?
Against the Browns defense.
Against the Browns defense.
What? Oh my gosh. But I'm saying, wow, that's crazy. We've got a field goal, Breece Hall touchdown, field goal, punt return, and a kickoff return.
Yeah, 2 special teams touchdowns is what carried them. Insane.
I'm glad. And then you've got Jerry Jeudy, who had 6 catches for 78 yards on 12 targets. So Jerry Judy's been non-existent the entire year. I mean, and Quinshawn, no touchdowns, 75 yards. I'm so glad I didn't put any bets in this game, because I would have lost my mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny because I would have
crazy.
I thought this game was going to be a little more high scoring, like this. This score is about what I imagined this would be, so it wouldn't have been that bad of a game to bet. But I was not anticipating special teams to be balling out like it did. Shout out to the Jets defense, who shipped off, Quinnen Williams and who's that corner, Michael Carter, and Sauce Gardner. They shifted off like everybody. Will McDonald, the 4th, 4 sacks today. 4. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quincy Williams, Jermaine Johnson, add 1 each. So great job from the Jets defense. On the Brown side, it's a similar box score you're going to see. Dylan Gabriel just kind of game managing it away. No picks, 2 touchdowns. Quinshon Judkins played all right. 22 carries, 75 yards. Not a whole lot. Jerry Jeudy had a good game, 6 catches, 78 yards. But really, this was just a kind of a gross game. It did start raining, so I don't think there's much takeaways from this other than they're just both trash teams who, can't win.
Yeah, and this might
Somebody
not make
was
a lot
going to
of
have to
sense.
win this game.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it was very odd, this might not make a lot of sense. But something I've been noticing a lot with some teams, is when they trade away players or lose some guys due to injury or whatever else, it it almost simplifies the game plan and the scheme for the
Yeah.
team in a way, which again, it's like, Caleb, what are you talking about? You're losing, some of the top names in football on the defense side of the ball. But when you look at it from a scheme perspective and you're trying to draw up, all these different things for all these different guys and make sure everyone's getting involved and using everyone to their strengths, I do think almost in a way, depending on your defensive coordinator, can simplify things, um, especially for the players as well. Um, and it can be successful. So I kind of feel like that's a little bit what we saw with the Jets defense. But just, Jets offense, man, it just cracks me up.
Just buns. Yeah, it's just a travesty that one of these teams had to win this game. So yeah, if you're gonna go back and watch some of the games since you didn't get to watch a whole lot today, that's not the one, bro. That's not the one, bro.
Yeah, probably.
Let's move on.
That.
Ravens Vikings. This was a pretty close game. Ravens end up pulling it out in Minnesota to keep their playoff hopes alive. Not necessarily on the back of Lamar Jackson. He really didn't have that great of a game. The whole team really didn't have that great of a game. Lamar was 176 yards, 17 of 29, so about 50% completion percentage. Just didn't play that well. Derrick Henry, 20 carries for 75 yards. Keaton Mitchell did look explosive the couple plays he ran, which, I think me and you both love Keaton Mitchell.
Love Keaton.
Would be very excited to see him get some more play, but I think this is more on the Viking side that they lost this game because this game was very well in hand for them that they could have won. J.J. McCarthy did throw the ball 42 times, but only completed 20 passes, 250 yards, 2 picks. That 2 picks is really hard because they were at least one of them I remember he just chucked a deep ball into double coverage because he escaped a sack. But this is the thing that just burns me up. Jalen Naylor, 5 receptions, 124 yards and a touchdown. What do you take away from this game, Caleb?
Oh, it's so irritating. Jordan Addison, 11 targets, 3 catches, 35 yards. J. Jeff, 4 catches on 12 targets, 37 yards. Gross. Yeah, the big thing I'm seeing, 2 interceptions, and then Miles Price must be some kind of special teams kick punt returner, had 2 fumbles.
Yeah,
so it looks like it was just a turnover thing. And
Yep.
on the Ravens side of things, I know Derrick Henry is America's sweetheart, the face, the poster of running backs. I am just not a fan at this point because it's almost like he's always been a volume guy. He's a volume running back, and he has to have over 20 carries every single game to have a good game. And that it's kind of frustrating to me. I love Keaton Mitchell, and I think giving him more opportunities and more looks to kind of shake things up can open up for Derrick Henry and Lamar and the rest of the offense. 4 carries for 31 yards. He averages 7.8 yards per carry. I mean, that's beautiful. So I get it. The Ravens want to run the ball. They want to get every penny they can out of Derrick Henry. But I still am liking the Ravens. I think their defense is coming on and starting to play at a higher level now that they got Lamar back. So the Ravens are definitely they're still in the runnings. Cannot count them out.
Yeah, and I think, if you just look at the box score and you're like, oh, well, the Ravens must suck because, look at all their stats. It doesn't tell the whole story. Brian Flores has been coaching his tail off all year for this Vikings defense. And not a lot of people remember, but Flores last year, I can't remember if he was with the Dolphins or the Vikings. I can't remember. But when they played Lamar, they just zero blitzed him like all day long. And so Lamar had no time to throw. He couldn't run because everybody was coming after him. So he had to just chuck it up. And it was probably one of Lamar's worst games. I just think Flores knows how this Vikings team wants to, or how the Ravens team wants to play on offense. And it probably comes from being on the Steelers staff for that year. He got pretty intimately involved knowing the Steelers play the Ravens twice. So Flores just dials it up against them. But yeah, this game, good for the Ravens to pull it out. They're still a force. I think they're going to have better days against some easier defenses. McCarthy looked a little bit better today, but he has got to limit the turnovers. I think the turnovers is what's killing him. And I think if he can get the ball in his playmakers' hands, that's going to help a lot. He's throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson, 12 targets today, but Justin Jefferson only had 4 catches. And a lot of these passes are just, I know a lot of them are not great passes. So it is abysmal. I do think back to our fantasy show on Tuesday, because we had some comments come in talking about, I ask you, who's the better receiver, Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson?
My heart wants to say Justin Jefferson, but my mind telling me Jamar. If we had more time, I'd love to go like quality to quality, attribute to attribute, and I think Jamar takes it, honestly, when you really break it down. But
that's where I'm at.
I think Jamar Chase is better. I think he brings a little bit more to offer, just by a little bit, but I think he does have more to offer.
And it's hard because you're comparing the 2 best receivers in the NFL, easily the 2 best receivers. So and one's not towering over the other. It's marginal at best. But yeah, just that the Vikings still have some things to work on. They are definitely in panic mode now with 5 losses. They've got to win out. They've got to play really well the second half of the season to keep their playoff hopes alive. Here's another. Are we stuck in the upside down? Miami Dolphins take on the Buffalo Bills and win 30-13. I think I heard this is the first time they've won in over 1,000 days or something like that against the Bills. But yeah, I mean, what do you see in this one, Cabes? What happened here?
It was not on the back of Tua Tagovailoa. I will tell you that much.
That man was doing everything he could to lose that game.
Yeah, he was.
FBI, investigate Tua. He's trying to get Mike McDaniel fired. Investigate him.
Yeah, he hates Mike McDaniel.
He was selling.
Tua is garbage. Oh my gosh. Achane had 225 all-purpose yards. That's insane.
It's the stuff dreams are made of.
And it's so underrated because everyone won't stop talking about Jonathan Taylor, who, playing his buns off. But that's more than what Jonathan Taylor had, except touchdowns. I think Achane had 2 touchdowns instead of 3.
Yeah.
But dude, Achane's like your new Christian McCaffrey. He can do it all. Mm-hmm. He is so efficient on the ground. He's so quick. I know Mike McDaniel just loves him, and I think he loves drawing plays for him. And then through the air, he could just torch you all day long as a receiver. Yeah, he's beautiful. I am really happy that Waddle was more involved today. I think that's been lacking. But, oh my gosh. Josh Allen, 28 completions, 2 touchdowns, 306 yards. I mean, it's not horrible. They couldn't get their run game going with James Cook, it looks like.
That's a rough one.
Oh, okay. So 1 interception, but a fumble by Josh Allen and another fumble by James Cook.
That interception was a big. I know you didn't get to watch the games today, so that interception was really big because they drove down the field. The game was very well in reach, and Josh Allen throws an interception on the goal line. And obviously, all the momentum that they were building up to that point just deflated out of the stadium. So yeah, just brutal showing from the Bills, who just beat the Chiefs last week. Now the Bills fans came out of hiding and started talking about, this is our year, Super Bowl, baby. We beat the Chiefs. The Ravens aren't playing well. This is our year in the AFC. And then they can't even beat the freaking Dolphins, who have been crumbling since day one. Have lost Tyreek Hill on IR. They traded away some of their best defensive players, and they still couldn't get it done. Tua Tagovailoa throws 2 interceptions, and the Bills still can't win. So it just bad for the Bills, good for the Dolphins. This is this is why I don't think Mike McDaniels is really like the problem here. And honestly, I think he deserves more time with the team. When he took the team over, they were in win now. They were kind of playing like the Rams. And obviously it just went south. A lot of older players on the team got injured, and Tua just not being that good of a quarterback. If they could pull off a trade, remember the Rams had Jared Goff. This was how they were with Jared Goff, where Jared Goff was limiting them, and they traded Goff and got Stafford out of the deal. They end up winning a Super Bowl. Not saying the Dolphins could go and win a Super Bowl today, but better quarterback play makes this a much more competitive team. But yeah, the one more quick thing to share on this one is Maxwell Hairston, the Bills' first round pick. He returned to action. I can't remember if this was his first game or if he's been back for a little bit, but he was one of the guys who picked off Tua. So nice. Big ups for him, finally getting some play in there. All right, we got 5 minutes. We got one more game from the 1 o'clock segment. So we'll hit this one. We'll talk Sunday Night Football. We'll talk Monday Night Football, and then we'll hit these 4 o'clock games real quick after that. So Bears, Giants, this was a good game. Windy, snowy conditions in Chicago. Bears end up pulling it out 24-20. Caleb, was there any takeaways you have from this one? Did you get to see any of this one?
I saw a little bit. I was jumping up and down with glee, seeing Jackson Dart just run all over him.
With glee?
With glee. I say, yippee! He left later with a concussion, and it looks like that's what threw the game, because I think Giants were mostly controlling this game. It looks like, as I was watching stats come in and plays come in, that the Bears were struggling to keep drives going early in the game, and Giants were kind of making the most of what they had. And then it looks like Jackson Dart went out, and it kind of just went downhill from there. Oh, man, that stinks. But hold on. I'm looking at some of the I really do like the identity of the Bears, though, wanting to be a run-first team and using DeAndre Swift to come and guy. I know it stinks. They have so many playmakers in the receiving core and everything. We want to see what they can do. But it does make me question, is Ben Johnson doing this to take the stress and pressure off of Caleb Williams because he knows he can't handle it right now? Or is it just I don't know. I think that's really the only answer you can look for.
Yeah.
Because it's not like the Bears have some super exciting, backfield going on. Kyle Monangai, DeAndre Swift, there's nothing to run home about, but it makes you wonder, how much you really trust Caleb Williams to really take control of the game and just let him run with things. But at least Roma Dundee had catches today, so that's a good thing to see.
Right. Right.
But yeah, what was your main takeaways? What were you seeing on this?
Yeah, I hate watching the Bears play. I can't stand it. It infuriates me to no end. One, Caleb is just so erratic. He can make one of the greatest throws you've ever seen, and then make a play that is just the dumbest thing you've ever seen. And so he is just kind of all over the place. I remember at the beginning of the season, they were talking a lot about how they're trying to get him to be at a 70% completion rate. And it looks like that's kind of just gone out the window. They're kind of letting him just go crazy, or he's just doing it on his own. So that's frustrating. He did run the ball a good amount today, which was good, especially knowing the conditions. He threw one pass to DJ Moore in the far right corner of the end zone in the first quarter, and he was on the run. Is one of those ones we talked about before where he goes on the run and he just rockets that thing, and it was just barely off. One of the best throws I think I've ever seen. Could have been a touchdown. He just needed a little less mustard on it. I think it's hard to watch because he'll throw easy passes and he's just put so much on it. It's like the Brett Favre thing. He's got to learn how to cool down a little bit. Not every throw has to be 100 miles per hour.
Right.
The other thing that frustrates me with the Bears is Luther Burden. Obviously, I'm just a Luther Burden lover. So, when he's not getting play, I'm going to be up in your face yelling and screaming. But, every play he was in for, the whole first, 3 quarters, they would run the ball. And because Luther Burden is a good blocker, that they're going to run the ball. And then they take them off the field whenever they decide to pass. And it's very obvious. Like if I can sit there and watch it from my couch and tell you what's going on, it's very obvious what you're doing. And it's probably signaling a lot to the defense. Burden did play decent today. Odunze came back a little bit today. But yeah, just on the Giants side, I'm extremely, extremely impressed by Jackson Dart. I mean, this guy's throwing to freaking Darius Slayton, Wandale Robinson, Theo Johnson, a bunch of for lack of better terms, no names. And he's still balling out. He ran for 66 yards and 2 touchdowns, did leave early with an injury. And you see Russ come back in, and it's just exactly what you imagine with Russ. He's so bad. So yeah, not a whole lot of takeaways from this one, kind of what I thought was going to happen, but Bears are kind of a fraudulent 6-3 right now, I would say.
The one thing that kind of confuses me is, you get the heartbreaking injury to Cam Scadaboo, who was tearing it up in the receiving game and actually really becoming a reliable guy for Jackson Dart. But Tyron Tracy, a converted receiver to running back, you would expect to see in the receiving game, some plays designed for him, being like the safety guy, Jackson Dart, when no one else is getting open. And I'm seeing 2 targets, 1 catch for 0 yards. So not really what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's just weird. But anyway, it's 7:31. Let's not delay. We got to talk Sunday Night Football. So let me bring on Miss Olay and Mr. Kendrick. What is up, everybody?
What's going on? How you guys doing?
What's going on?
So you guys are coming on to talk about your secondary teams tonight. How'd y'all feel about your primary team's performances today? I want to start with Kendrick.
I'm here to talk about the Steelers, man. You know what I mean?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
Horrible game.
So, Lay, how about you? I know that Niners game just ended.
What he said.
Yeah. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Yeah, it was a brutal one. All right, well, let's dive into this Steelers-Chargers game. This is going to be a really fun game. I'm pretty excited. So Lay, I'll start with you. Chargers have won the last 3 of their last 4, despite all the injuries they've sustained. Do you think that they can sustain a playoff run as a team with what they have right now?
Definitely not. I mean, you just talked about my first team being the Niners. They're facing kind of a similar thing. Yes, they're 6-3 now, 6-4. But I think with the injuries and at the rate that it's going, I don't think they can make a run in the playoffs, especially because they're second in their division. So it looks like they're probably not going to win. So they'd be underdogs throughout the playoffs. And it's just not looking great.
Yeah, it's pretty rough because they were looking so good. Especially after beating the Rams that first game. Sorry. We're talking Chargers. I blanked out. I'm so sorry. You started talking about the injuries, and then all of a sudden my mind just went to 49ers again. It makes sense.
Don't bring that up.
Wait, how in the world, Soleil, how in the world did you get so lucky to talk about 2 teams for FanFeed Network, and they're both the most injured teams in the league?
No, California. What can I say? I'm literally repping the Dallas Mavericks and Klay Thompson. I can't even do this. It's awful.
I am so sorry to you. What a rough start.
My college football team is playing well, so it's okay.
Who's your college team?
I go to SDSU, San Diego State.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool.
Nice.
What is their record right now?
I want to say 6-1, 5-1.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh wait, actually, they're bowl eligible, so it's probably 6 or 7-1.
Let's go. Yeah, so I'm a James Madison alumni, and they were just ranked 24th in the nation. They apparently have a 33% chance of making the actual college football playoff. And this is only I think it's only been a couple years that they've even been eligible to do that. So I'm pretty stoked. But all right, let's move on. I'm going to move on to Kendrick. So Kendrick, I'm speaking from experience. The Steelers have been a frustrating team this year. Up, down. They're the best team in the league. They're the worst team in the league. What in the world is going on? They lost to the Bengals. They lost to the Packers. The season's over. And then they come back and take down the top team in the AFC, hold Jonathan Taylor, who had 250 yards today, hold him to under 50 yards. Realistically, though, is this team built to go the distance?
I would say yes or no. They started off they started off the season just very rocky, right? But having losing to the Bengals, losing to the Packers, and let me know if this is disrespectful, but like Green Bay and Pittsburgh are having like a similar season. They're hot and they're cold. They're hot and
Whoa! Come on, bro.
So
I'm kidding.
But going from last week and beating the best team in the league, that's just like a huge confidence booster, especially going at the stretch of the back end of the season. So they're coming into this game with a lot of momentum, and I feel like we're not near what needs to happen as far as for them to win, but I feel like they need to replicate what they did against the Colts to win this game against the Chargers.
Yeah.
On the defense.
Right. Yeah, I think your answer summed it up perfectly when I asked just your initial answer. Yes and no. That is like the perfect answer for what the Steelers season has been. Are they good? Yes and no. Real quick, Sports Zone is here. What is up, Sports Zone? I don't know who this is, but they are here every show, and I just appreciate them for being here. Hope your team. Who is your team, Sports Zone? Let us know in the comments who your team is.
Get this man or woman a T-shirt, please.
Yeah, we need to get him a T-shirt.
We got to do something.
All right. Let's go back to Soleil. So the Chargers won a close game with the Titans last week, which probably should not have been close at all. What were your biggest takeaways from that game, or biggest concerns leaving that game?
Funny you say that. My first note doesn't say much that they beat the Titans. It was a one-score game. But I think my biggest concern is probably the offensive line. I mean, Justin Herbert was sacked, 6 times? Like, that's insane, and that's Justin Herbert. And also, I kind of noticed Quentin Johnston needs to get back in the mix. I mean, he kind of fell off after week 5. Hasn't had an 100-yard game since then, I'm pretty sure. So I think that is kind of a concern. And the pick 6, second play or second drive of the game was ugly.
Oh, it was painful.
But, I guess they bounced back, so that's okay. Also, the Giants.
Yeah, Sports Zone is a Giants fan. What is up? Man,
nice.
Gotta love Jackson Dart. Gotta hate the injuries. And you gotta hate MetLife Stadium turf. It's just brutal. Brutal. But yeah, Soleil, I'm like totally right there with you. The offensive line to me is what feels like the biggest issue. And I was shocked because obviously Joe Alt was hurt early on. He came back. When he came back, that O-line played so good, and they looked like that the dominant Chargers team they were at the very beginning of the season. And obviously they lose him again last week, and now he's out for the year. And after that, it was like, the Titans were just teeing off on him. And really, I mean, that's to me, I'm with you. That's like the most concerning thing that I saw. Sports Zone says we got to fire our coach, got to fire Dayball. Man, I don't know, man. I believe in Dayball. I think I just don't think Daniel Jones was his guy, but I don't know. Real quick question off the cuff. Y'all think Dayball should be fired?
Why not? New quarterback, kind of just reset, start fresh.
What do you think, Kendrick?
I say just keep him on to the end of the season, reset in the off season.
Yeah, I think it's very mixed reviews from everybody. But I think Dayball is the reason the Giants drafted him. There was a video going around of Joe Shane, the GM, and they were talking about trading up to go get Jackson Dart where they got him. And Joe Shane's like, hey, I just want y'all to know, like, this is your call. Basically, he's like, I am not in on this. And gosh, how embarrassing that's got to be for him because he couldn't have been more wrong. Dayball's like, do it. But all right, let's get back to this game. So Kendrick, Steelers secondary has been absolutely abysmal this year. What can they do to stop Mr. Justin Herbert, who is like the number 2 quarterback in the league right now, stats wise?
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't stop him. So best thing you can do is just contain him as much as you can. And like you said, he's number 2 in passing yards. I feel like Steelers defense is just amazing all around, outside of the secondary, of course. But I don't feel like there is a way to stop Justin Herbert right now. So I can't really answer your question.
Well, I'll ask Caleb, because I know Caleb's a Steelers fan too. So we'll see if he has any answers. Caleb, can the Steelers defense stop Justin Herbert?
I'm no professional or anything. I'm just a casual watcher, so I'll stay. No, I'm kidding. This is tough because I really love Justin Herbert, and I think he's finally starting to get his flowers as a top tier QB in the league. And I love Pittsburgh Steelers, and they frustrate me to no end to watch them go out and make all these changes and get these guys in the secondary. And it's like, all right, finally, secondary's not a problem.
Right.
Man, never mind. It is. We just talked about how Chargers O-line is just banged up. It's getting weaker and weaker, and we have some of the best pass rushers in the league. So I'm on the opposite end. I really think that as a defense, we can slow Justin Herbert down. He's going to throw a lot of passes, especially if they're playing from behind. So I don't know if there's any just stopping Herbert, but I think there's a way to make him uncomfortable, disgruntled, and force him out of the pocket. I think sending a lot of, the A-gap blitz up the middle and then leaving everyone on the backside in man coverage, it's risky. I get it. Very risky. But the corners we have with Jalen Ramsey, Joey Porter Jr., Darius Slay, they thrive in man coverage. They love it. So it's like, give them opportunities to shine. Let them go one-on-one with these guys. I like Ladd. I like Keenan. I like Quentin Johnson, but it's not like these guys are just these crazy one-on-one man coverage receivers. If we're talking Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, a different story. But these guys, especially Ladd and Keenan, thrive running routes on zone defenses. They're so good at finding the weak spots, especially in the slot. So I'm really hoping that our defense can dial in, these A-gap blitzes, put pressure on that O-line, just tear them up. Just don't give them time for anything. If we get burnt on some long balls here and there, so be it. It is what it is. But I think sitting back and playing just, safe, and these weak zones, I think Justin Herbert's going to tear it up all day long. So take advantage of the O-line being hurt, play a little more aggressive, big reward, but also, could get burned a couple times, but I don't know. We'll see.
All right, so we're here. We got 3 minutes left. We're going to do our final score predictions and keys to victory. Caleb, since you just gave your spiel, I'm going to let you just, I guess, reiterate or say any more that you want to add in and give your keys to victory, final score predictions. Then we'll go to Soleil, then to Kendrick, and we'll come right back around to me. So, Caleb, go ahead.
Nice. I got to take the homer pick, man. It's a Pittsburgh week. We're on a heater. So I am going to lock in with Pittsburgh this week. Like I said, if we can bring the house down, man, get in Herbert's face, knock him down a couple times, whatever. I think we can be pretty successful. So, score prediction's tough, man. But I'm going to say 25-19. Weird score.
I don't even know how you get that score. I also barely graduated James Madison, so and I was a psych major, so math was
a
not
lot
my
of field
forte.
goals. I'll tell you that much.
All right, Soleil, how about you?
Well, my keys to the game were the exact opposite of what was just said about stopping Justin Herbert, get the pass, keep him upright, all the things. But I got the Chargers 27-23. I looked at the under over. I'd take Chargers -3 and the over 45.5 4:45.
Ooh, love that. I love that. Throwing a little betting in there. I didn't even say this, or no, I did say this at the top of the show, but I hit a nice bet today. I'm on a heater right now. Hit a touchdown parlay last week. Hit a touchdown parlay today. I'm feeling good.
And
I'm
it just
putting
so
1,000
happens
on
to be
red
the
tonight.
parlays. It just so happens to be the parlays that he doesn't tell me about. He texts
That
me
is
like
true.
3 or 4, like in the morning before the 1 o'clock games. I'm like, all right, I'll lock him in. Not a single thing. And then it's like, bro,
Well-
I just hit this one, and I'm like, where was that?
Hold on now, because I sent you the one last week and you watered it down. You switched somebody out. I'm pretty
Kendrick,
sure.
what's your
Anyway,
take for the game tonight?
No, I feel like the only way Pittsburgh wins this game is to play, like I said, the exact same way they did against the Colts, and at least contain Justin Herbert. You're not going to stop him, but just keep him just a level down, right? And so I have the Pittsburgh winning this game, maybe 21-19.
let's go. Okay, weird scores all the way around. Let's
Like
get
that
it.
one.
All right, yeah. So this, of course, I'm going to go Steelers. I'll just say that at the top. You know, I have to. I
Yeah.
will die rooting on the Steelers. But this game actually is such a good matchup for Pittsburgh that I really don't think it's going to be all that close. Obviously, Soleil brought up the injuries to the Chargers earlier, and especially on the offensive line. I mean, they're on like 4th, 5th string guys. They traded for Trevor Penning at the last minute for the trade deadline. So, you know, they're scrambling to put together something to protect Justin Herbert. And I think that's why they struggled so badly against Tennessee. And now you're talking about a Pittsburgh Steelers team that just came off a game where they had like 6 sacks, 4 turnovers. You know, they were playing lights out defense finally. And I don't think they're going to change anything. I think they're going to dial up the pressure on Herbert. And they're underdogs in this one, which I just love when Pittsburgh's an underdog within like 3 points. So, yeah, I think the Steelers are going to be, you know, somewhat efficient on offense. Defense is just going to frustrate Justin Herbert all day and not give him time to throw to those receivers. Because if Herbert has times, he's going to cook this secondary like 600 yards in one game. He would break the single game record. But I'll go Steelers. I'm going to say final score is 31-21. Steelers win. So, yeah, going hot.
Nice.
But, anyway, Soleil, Kendrick, thank you both so much for being on. We appreciate it. Y'all go enjoy the game tonight.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Yeah.
See you later.
Good to see you guys.
All right.
Take it easy.
Cool. All right. So that was good. Go Steelers. Sports Zone says he's got Pittsburgh winning 21-15. Everybody's got weird scores today.
I know.
So wild.
That's crazy.
Who's-
Let's go Sports
I guess
Zone.
the best question is who's got the better kicker? Chris Boswell or Dicker the kicker?
Boswell for sure. Have you
Boswell for
seen
sure.
the percentages and like his makes and whatnot for the past like 5 years? It's insane.
He's so good.
Such a dog.
All right. So not to delay, we're going to move on. We're going to bring on Anthony and Steph to talk Eagles Packers tomorrow night. Everybody, how are you doing?
Good.
I'm good. How are you?
Man, doing great. Hit a bet today, doing well in fantasy football. Steelers play tonight, so hopefully they don't bum me out. But you just never know. You never know with Pittsburgh. So you guys are both on to talk about your secondary teams as well. So, Steph, how did you feel about the Lions game today?
I mean, I thought they were going to win, but I was kind of shocked by how much. I didn't see half the game, and then it was already like 41 points.
Yeah, they were cooking them. It was so
wild,
good. Yeah, good for the Lions. They needed a good game like that. Anthony, the Titans are on a bye, aren't they?
Yeah, it's definitely was a relaxing Sunday for me today.
How'd you feel about what they did at the trade deadline?
I mean, it's kind of what I expected. It was nothing super
Yeah.
major, and it was honestly, just a relaxing week. We didn't lose this week, so happy.
That's right. You can't hurt me if we don't play. All All right, so we've got Philly traveling to Green Bay to play them tomorrow night. Green Bay is the favorite, I believe. Let me just pull this up. Yes, Green Bay is currently the favorite, only by 1.5. So it's going to be a close game. Let's start with Steph. So, Steph, the Packers are kind of been a weird team this year. They've got a loaded roster. They've won some good games, but now they've got 2 losses, and the 2 losses have been to the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Would you say the Packers are contenders or pretenders this year?
I definitely still see the Packers as contenders. They're the youngest team in the league, so some ups and downs are going to be expected. But they've also shown they can win against good teams, and the talent is there. So they might not be the NFC favorite right now, but there's definitely still potential.
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. They're still young. They're still a good team, but
Right.
yeah, it's just frustrating. It does. Kendrick brought it up in the last segment where he said that the Steelers and the Packers have had very similar seasons where, they win the games they're not supposed to and lose the games they're not supposed to.
Right.
And it's just pain. So let's move over to Anthony. Anthony, the Eagles look like they're back on track. They struggled offensively to start the year. They've been playing much better the last few games. They're fresh off the bye. So what do you expect to see from this team coming out of the bye? Any major changes or anything like that?
I'm not sure about any major changes, but I definitely think we're going to see him fired up and healthy. I know Saquon had that, I think it was a groin injury at the end of the Giants game, but he seems to be good to go. A.J. Brown is good to go. So I think with all the weapons ready to go, I think we're going to see him very fired up, and I think they're going to win, honestly.
Yeah, I love it. I won't give my prediction just yet, but I tend to agree with you, especially with how the offense has been playing. And I could really do for a good offensive game from the Eagles. Gabe, you look like you were going to say something. Yeah, you got something to say, bro?
A little bit. You're like, oh, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say just yet, but I tend to agree with you. Like, bro, you just said it.
No. I could pick the Packers. I could be swayed. It depends on their arguments.
Are you picking the Packers?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know who I'm picking either, to be honest with you, man.
That's right. So this next question is kind of both for both of you. We'll start with Steph. But so the Eagles just traded for former Packer DB Jair Alexander. So Steph, what kind of impact do you see him making in this matchup today or tomorrow?
I mean, his familiarity with the Packers offense and the receivers could make a difference. And he knows their timing and tendencies. So that could definitely give them an edge.
Yeah.
I think Jair's not playing tomorrow night.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it says a coach's decision / knee will not travel with the team for Monday night's matchup.
Oh, well, Anthony, do you think he would have made much of an impact if he did play?
Sorry.
Hold on. I got to do something real quick. All right. So great. This is awesome. This is way better. Anthony, go ahead and tell me about Jair.
I was actually going to bring up the fact that he's not going to play. So, because I saw that too.
All right. I guess Caleb can come back on.
I didn't see that.
I think he would have made an impact, though, just based on his familiarity with the Packers and their system. But yeah, no, I saw that too earlier today, and I was like, oh, there was a question about that. So I guess I'll have to say he's not going to play.
Way to go,
Sorry
Cameron.
for knowing things. Gosh.
This is what I get for being on top of things and actually sending out questions at the beginning of the week for people and then not checking back up on them. So anyway, we'll move on from that. This is for Anthony. So Howie Rosen, I think, is the best GM in football. So how did you feel about the Eagles' moves that they made at the deadline?
Yeah, I would agree with that. My roommate's a big Eagles fan. He would agree with that. I think the moves were great. Roommate. Yeah, because they needed to upgrade their defense a little bit. Their defense is still really good, but I definitely think Jalen Phillips, Jair Alexander, those are two pieces that are going to help them, not just in a regular season, but also once we get to the playoffs. I just think they're great moves, and I would not be surprised if the Eagles go far in the playoffs again.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing I'll say about Howie that I love is that so many teams wait for the deadline and trade for something they absolutely need. like the Steelers, were trying to make deals for receivers. They didn't end up getting a receiver, but they waited for the deadline to try to make a deal for a receiver out of absolute need. And Howie doesn't do that. I mean, they don't really need a whole bunch of edge. They don't need a whole bunch of DBs. They got Quinyon Mitchell. They've got Cooper DeJean, but he doesn't look at it that way. He looks at it as, okay, this guy's value is this for this year. I'm going to make this trade so that we have him in there to cycle through. So their defense really rotates a lot of players. And I just think it's like, I can't believe other teams don't do this. It's almost like treating football like hockey, where you have different lines that you send out on the court or field at a time. Wow, the wind is really kicking up. Sorry. I have like PTSD because I've just started watching the Hurricane Katrina documentary on Netflix.
Watch that. It's so good.
Okay. Yeah. I got through the first episode and I was like, I was a kid when it happened. And so then I just see like trees like hitting my window as nuts. But yeah, so dude, what is going on? It is like blowing my door open. Am I okay? Anyway, Howie just, they trade for players that are good values, that are good players to help add to the team, and they don't put so much expectation on them. I think that's the problem with what Jair Alexander had in Baltimore, was that, he's expected to be their number one corner or number two corner. In Philly, he's going to rotate. He's going to come in and play some snaps, and then he's going to take some breaks, and I think that's great for the team. All right, I'm done mumbling and bumbling. Let's talk keys to victory, final score predictions. We're going to start with Anthony. We'll go to Steph, then we'll go to Caleb, and then we'll go to me. So, Anthony, let's hear it.
So I think the keys to victory are going to be to get Saquon going in the run game and to contain Jordan Love, make sure he can't make plays. Because in the Packers' losses this season, they've been low scoring and they've been run on. The running backs for the other teams have been going crazy against the Packers. So I think if Saquon is definitely going to be able to do that, if Rico Dowdle and Quinshon Judkins can run on the Packers, Saquon can definitely run on the Packers. And then also just getting the defense, especially with Jalen Phillips now, to just contain Jordan Love and make sure he can't make big plays. And I think the Eagles will win. I think it'll be close though. For a score prediction, I think I put in my article 31-27 for the Eagles. So I'll go with that.
Cool. Like it. All right, Steph, let's hear from you.
I just think that they need to run the ball and protect Jordan Love and keep Jalen Hurts contained. I had them losing, though, in my prediction. So I had Eagles 27, Packers 23. So I was kind of surprised when they said they were favored to win, because I kind of thought that – I think that it'll be close, but –
yeah. You're a true Lions fan.
Yeah. So I guess that might have something to do with it, influence it a little. I don't know.
Exactly. No, it's a very close game. This could be anybody's game, but I definitely think the Eagles are hot right now, so it makes sense. Cabes, what do you think? Big dog.
As you guys know, I'm just not a fan of either team, so I don't even know what I'm talking about them, honestly.
I just don't watch football.
I just don't even like it for real. Anyways, it's looking bad for the Packers. Already the team is struggling against bad teams, and now they've lost their number one pass catcher in Tucker Kraft. And then their rookie, they got Matthew Golden. I don't know if he's supposed to play tomorrow night. Maybe you guys could tell me if he is or not, but it's not looking good for him. I know his shoulder's hurt. So now we're down to old trusty dandy Romeo Dubs, who always finds himself in these positions every year.
Painful.
I don't know. I'm just a big doubter with the Packers. They've been so inconsistent. I'd love to see them get Josh Jacobs going and really just pound it to the Eagles. I loved when the Giants played them with Cam Scatavo. And, it didn't matter. Everyone says, don't run against the Eagles. They got the best run defense in the league, and they didn't care. It was just Scatavo just, head first, just trucking through. So I think for the Packers, they're going to have to defy some odds and do the unusual and do what teams don't usually do against the Eagles and just run straight at them and just have some freaking heart and passion and gusto to them, because they kind of just look like they don't really want to be out there and like they don't really care. as far as the Eagles go, I think they are going to continue on a hot streak. They're coming up their bye week. They probably had to sit down and have some hard talks. I'm sure AJ and Devonta and Jalen Hurts all got down in one room and said, all right, man, we got to make some changes. But I think they're going to come out strong. I think they're going to come out just slinging it. And I think Saquon's going to come out just taking advantage of the defense being scared of the pass and is going to tear them up on the ground. As far as score prediction goes, I think Eagles are going to go up ahead by a lot quick in the game and then kind of just keep it from there. So I'm going to say 33-20, Philadelphia Eagles win it.
Wow. You and Sports Zone are on the same page. Eagles 32-20 says Sports Zone.
Sports Zone? Sports Zone's always right, so.
Yeah, so you guys have all swayed me. I'm going to go Packers. I am just going to be the odd man out. Since everybody else said Eagles, and this is how the Packers win, is that they run the ball. They've got to run the ball. The Eagles have been really bad defending against the run. Caleb brought it up that Scatterbo ran all over them. Josh Jacobs is like a poor man's Cam Scatterbo, I'd say. So I don't think Jordan Love's very good, but I think their style of offense where you never know who's the number one, maybe that's their like game plan. The Eagles can't put Quinyon on their best guy because they don't have a best guy. They all suck. So for the Eagles, they're coming out of the bye. They've been playing well. Hurts has gotten back on track. I think they're going to try to run the ball a lot, but I think they have been struggling, and I expect those struggles to maybe continue a little bit. So, I'll go Packers over the Eagles. What is the total? 45.5. I'm going to say it's going to be an under game, under the total, and I'll say 24-20 Packers. Actually, I'll say 24-21. Not that makes much of a difference, but just feels right. Yeah, something speaking to me and telling me 21. 21. But anyway, nice. Anthony, Steph, thank you both for being on. Hope you guys enjoy the game tomorrow night. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Good to see you.
Dog, I'm not lying. This wind is ripping. I don't know where it is coming from. Is it raining?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Pouring raining in my house.
Is it really? Oh my
I haven't heard any wind though.
Brother, what?
What? No. Two brothers?
Do it. Oh yeah. Yeah, we right there.
Whatty?
Is it Whatty? Frick. Okay, real quick. Can we throw together a quick parlay for tonight?
You want to throw something together tonight?
We gotta throw something together, bro. Me, you.
We gotta do it. We gotta do it. The B-Bros parlay, bro. The B-Bro parlay.
Right, we're each gonna pick a touchdown score. You pick somebody. I'll pick somebody. Tucker Fisk.
All right, you tell me what you think. I can't stand you.
I'm gonna go DK. After DK had a big stinker last week, I'll take DK to score this week.
Oh, I want to go. You should have taken Calvin Austin, dude. This is a Calvin Austin game for sure.
Really? All right, we'll go Calvin Austin. How about that? You pick somebody from the Chargers.
Okay. I'm leaning either a Justin Herbert anytime because he's kind of been using the wheels lately, or just going the safe pick, Lad McConkey, because we suck against slot receivers.
I've already done a bunch of picks with Lad. Let's do either Keenan or Quentin.
For real?
Yeah. I got like 3 bets in with Lad scoring.
So no Herbert anytime.
Or Rondé.
I like a Rondé. Let's take Keenan. I can see a Keenan.
I think Keenan's a really good pick. All right, any props? I don't think Kamani Vidal's going to run very good. I don't know. I don't really like rushing props.
I don't either.
Receiving
unless
props.
It's Justin Herbert rushing.
What are some good receiving props?
I like Jalen Warren receiving, and
okay.
I'd like to use one of our tight ends, but It's freaking 4 of them.
Dog, it is pouring now. All right. So Jalen Warren receiving yards.
Absolutely.
His receiving yards at 20 plus yards is plus 108 odds. Do you want 20 or 25?
Smash 20.
Let's go 20. Yeah. We have also gotten a lot of spam people in the comments, and I keep having to ban them. Stupid idiots. All right, let's get one more leg in this thing. This thing is a big dog. Let's get an easy one. Let's get a gimme.
A 2 passing touchdown.
Ooh. Herbert 2 passing touchdowns?
Yeah.
Or Rodgers.
Or
I think
Rodgers.
they're going to run the ball. I don't think the passing touchdown is good for either one of them. Let's
Really?
get away from that, bro. Let's get away from that, bro.
Justin Herbert to throw an interception.
That you can't do that in a parlay on FanDuel.
Oh, come on, bro.
I know. Let's just take if we're going to bet on Keenan to score, should we take him 40 plus yards or 50 plus yards?
What's his reception set to?
You know what? Let's take a Rondé Gadsden yardage. I
That's
feel
the
good
one.
about a Rondé.
Yeah.
I'm
he
taking
always
him
rips
60
a
plus.
big guy.
All right, so I'm putting that in. $5 wins $212. Once again, everybody, this is not financial advice. If you are going to gamble, please gamble responsibly and legally. Do not follow our advice, financially speaking. All right, so it is pouring, raining. Let's talk real quick about these last 3 games, the 4:00 games before the Steelers game. We'll start with the Seahawks-Cardinals. Seahawks hop out to a huge lead early on. I think it was like 28-7 going into half. Maybe it's 35-7. I can't
2
remember.
defensive touchdowns.
2 defensive touchdowns. Sam Darnold was 10 for 12. They threw the ball 12 times today and scored 44 points. But Charbonnet and Walker, a perfect 14 carries apiece. Charbonnet actually got the heavier hand in this one, 83 yards and a touchdown. Walker, 67 yards. George Halani had it 7. So they're sitting there doing the math equation. They're like, we want 14 for Charbonnet. We want 14 for Walker. And we'll give half of their carries to Halani. 7. What a bunch of nerds. JSN balls out once again. 5 catches, 93 yards, and a touchdown in a game where they didn't throw the ball very much at all. Cardinals struggled. What do you take away from this one, Caleb?
The Seahawks keep doing the same thing. They go up quick and then just hold on to it. I still really want to see them in situations where they go down quick and see how they react and how they overcome that.
That's true.
Yeah, that's going to be very
Great
interesting
point.
to see. I think George Halani just came in because it was just trash time, work and whatnot. But the Seahawks go and acquire Rashid Shaheed before the deadline. Super exciting. This isn't a game we'd really see him, I guess, because he doesn't need to. So it's like if he's not fully comfortable with the team and the playbook, it's like why even throw him out there? They kept handing it off to him, which was kind of odd. Rashid Shaheed and AJ Barner both had 2 rushing attempts.
Gross.
Okay.
Gross.
On the Cardinals side, Jacoby Brissett continues to make Kyler Murray look astronomically horrendous, and carrying the team and feeding the receivers and making everybody look a lot better. Oh, wow. Marvin Harrison had 3 catches on 12 targets.
Yeah, pretty bad. Cards tried to come back, but didn't have enough left in the tank.
I agree.
Look at this. Soleil hopped on. Just wanted to come on to tell you guys that you scared me out of taking the Chargers to win. I took over 45.5 though, and Packers -1. I think that's a great play, Soleil. Now you know what's going to happen, Soleil. Just guaranteed, Chargers are going to win. Steelers defense isn't going to show up, and it's just going to be that Colts game last week is just going to be a blip on the map. But anyway, I hope the best. I'm with you.
Distant memory.
Let's all win some money tonight. Let's move on, Caves. There's not much to talk about in that game. Just not much to talk about. Let's talk Rams 49ers. Rams get the better of this one. Rams end up winning 42-26 after losing to the Niners a couple weeks ago when everybody was thinking the Rams were going to smash. This is the game they thought was going to happen. Matt Stafford, 4 touchdowns. He is on a heater this year. He is playing so well, which is crazy because for most of the preseason training camp stuff. He was held out due to a back injury. Doesn't seem to be bothering him at all. Kyron Williams, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 14 carries, 73 yards. Blake Corum has also been sneakily playing really well. They just the same thing you'd expect from the Rams, even split between Devontae Adams and Puka. One of the tight ends balled out, which was Parkinson. On the Niners side, they just didn't have enough in the tank. And the Rams really made a commitment to stop the Christian McCaffrey run game. That was the big thing that killed them that first matchup. They committed to stopping the run. McCaffrey only had 30 yards. Mac Jones was 33 of 39 for 319 yards. You cannot tell me that he's not a starting quarterback in this league. That man was flying. Obviously, some of that was in garbage. But that is a killer stat line for a team that was lost by this much.
Wow.
What do you take away from this one, Caleb?
That's insane. These 3 games, did you see how similar they were in score? The 3 winners, Lions, Rams, and Cardinals, was 44, 44, and 42. The 3 teams that lost were 22, 22, 26.
Yeah, wild.
So they definitely didn't show out for us today for the 4 o'clock games. But yeah, Matt Stafford, I said it last week. I'll say it again. The Rams are the best team in the NFC. I love their style. I love how they use their playmakers. Their defense is disgusting. Yeah, they're great all around. Matt Stafford is playing great football right now. And he's just Sean McVay again. I love the Rams, how they're not afraid to go out and get the guys they need to use in place, even if it means sacrificing future picks or whatever it is. But you want to win now. Stop worrying about that stuff. I understand if you're like, don't want to get rid of everything for one thing, but they're not doing that. And then the picks they do have, they use very wisely and get some freaking studs in the draft.
Yeah. Here's the thing. They can do both because they went out and got Devontae Adams, which has been I think that's like the key to the offense, having 2 guys at the receiver position like they had with Cooper Kupp and Puka. But they also trade back in the draft this year with the Falcons because the Falcons wanted to trade up to get another edge rusher. They get James Pierce. And so the Rams actually have 2 first rounders for next year. In the draft. So that's
it's just
huge.
Genius. It's so genius. It really is.
So yeah, great. This is a good game. This was probably a fun one to watch, even though it's lopsided score wise, but a lot of points scored. George Kittle comes back in, balls out. Jawan Jennings played really well. To me, the biggest takeaway, one, like you said, the Rams are the best team in the NFC. And then number 2, Mac Jones should be starting next year for any NFL team. I vote the Steelers go get him. I think that would be a good time. All right, last game before we head out. Lions dismantle the Commanders 44-22. Jared Goff, just, typical. This is like a good Jared Goff game, 25 of 33, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. On top of that, Jahmyr Gibbs has 15 carries for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns, adds 3 catches, 30 yards, and a touchdown receiving. So great on them. They did try to get Jameson Williams involved a lot later on. 6 catches, 119 yards, 1 touchdown. They just could do whatever they wanted on this defense. Commanders' defense is atrocious. On the Commander side, just a struggling offense. No Jaden Daniels, Marcus Mariota doing his best. Limited turnovers, so that's awesome. We love to see that, but they just couldn't get it done. What do you take away from this one, Caleb?
This isn't even enjoyable for me to see. The Lions are kind of frustrating because they love blowing out these trash teams that are struggling and looking like this, premier offense. And then when it comes to beating a team similar to them, it's like, where'd you go? So it's like, as much as it's fun to see all the touchdowns being scored, it's like, it like you said, it's the Commanders without Jaden Daniels, without Terry McLaurin, with 3 running backs in the backfield trying to make something happen. So it's like, cool, good for you, But yeah, the receiving core, Treylon Burks makes his way back into a starting lineup.
We talked about him last week, big dog.
Yeah, we did.
Never wrong.
3
just
catches.
early.
Yep, I was there. My boy Jalen Lane, 1 catch, 41 yards, great catch too. I don't know if you saw it, but Mariota just moonballed it and it was like hung in the air way too long. But Jalen Lane got like the positioning and went up and made a great catch. I enjoy Jalen Lane a lot. Yeah, it's like I said with the Lions, man. It's like, yeah, you can run all over and pass all over the Commanders, but they're not playing consistently when it comes to other competition.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I don't know. Not much. I'm gonna waste time on there.
No, not much to say in general. But anyway, it is now 8:14, so game time is in 1 minute or maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, 8:20 is game time. But we're gonna sign off now. Thank you all for being here. Oh, real quick, Sports Zone did say Raiders should go get Mac Jones. I'm definitely for that for my fantasy teams.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that.
He looks like a Raider too. Like, I just love it.
Yeah.
Great call, Sports Zone. Thanks for hanging out with us again. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, leave a comment, let us know how you enjoyed it or did not enjoy it. Let us know if you disagree with any of our takes. I'm sure you do. Yeah, so if you want to follow us on social media, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We are live on all of those at Fan Feed Network. And then you can also follow us anywhere where you listen to podcasts. If you don't get to listen to the live stream, you can listen to it the following day. Anywhere podcasts are streamed, please make sure to leave us a review if you don't mind. That helps us a ton in the algorithm. And with that, we will see you on Tuesday to talk fantasy football. But thanks again for hanging with us on this edition of the Fan Feeder Cast. We will see you next week.
Ladies, we did the research for you. Fellas, pay attention. We've partnered up with Bonheure Jewelry. Bonheure is a celebrity favorite, eco-friendly jewelry company based in New York City. They're adored by stars such as Emma Watson, Gal Gadot, Katy Perry, Kim Kardashian, Kendall Jenner, and Hailey Bieber. Their designs have been featured in top publications including Vogue, Elle, V Magazine, and on major platforms. We love them. They have great pricing for luxury jewelry. It's something that you can start planning for before the holidays get here and get it early. Click on the link in our show notes below. You can sign up for 15% off your first order. When you support our partners, you support FanFeed Network. Check them out.